Guys, thank you for tuning into my YouTube channel, R. Eden on Plot 13. I'm going to be going off on a rant now. I'm talking about something what isn't spoken about much in the papers, and it's affecting us all. That's food prices. The reason behind it, and where is all this money going? You can see in front of me right now are chilies and peppers. All these was grown by 4 packs of seeds. On average, the seed packet will be about £2. And on average, you can see here, I must have 15, 20 peppers there. Each one of those will be potted on. Each one of those can be put in the garden. Because the outdoor variety, or inside the greenhouse, and each one of those will grow an abundance of peppers. Then we move on to chilies. Abundance of chilies, more chilies, sweet peppers, what you put on your salads. This here, friends, if you're into chilies and if you're into peppers, will save you, I don't want to put a price on it, but you can imagine a lot of money. Here's some facts for you. Food prices over the past 5 years have gone up 37%. That's right, it's gone up 37%. You can check these out for yourself. Don't take my word for it. Do you know 5 years before that? So 5 years ago, from 2021, 5 years previous, how much the food prices went up? 4.7%. Anyone with half a brain can see a big problem here. Food prices going up 4.7%, then suddenly going up 37%. Here's the thing. Supermarkets are run by 5 big consortiums. Businesses, all name different things. They are making record profits. Just one, made £338 million bonus. All the while, your prices are going up weekly, if not daily. The thing is, we're fed a lie. We're being told a narrative that says the food system is broken. And it ain't broken. It's exactly how they want it to be. They use every single excuse in the book to put your prices up. Did you know in Spain at the moment there are floodings? What has affected and is affecting thousands and thousands of acres of crops. Do you realise that import from Spain is where we get the majority of our tomatoes from, our cucumbers from, and the such like? What else pushes up the price of food? There's a narrative going round, and has been going round, and has been force-fed from us, to us, our children, and myself, when I was younger, when it was just starting to happen, called... This narrative will tell you that we need to repackage things. It costs money. You see, they have a narrative to force feed us. So we accept that 37% extra in the supermarkets, while those big corporations and those bosses are getting millions in bonuses. So we accept it. We don't do out about it. We just think, it's the temperature of the world going up. Do you know what? There's people out there, politicians as well, that are speaking out against this whole agenda and saying, hang on a minute, something don't add up. There's a saying, follow the money. Right, so what am I going to get onto now? You need to look at growing your own food. There will be food shortages. Not because I've said so. Not because I listen to some conspiracy theorist. Not because I don't know. What's his name? The Bolak farmer says there's going to be a food shortage. It's because there is. Look at what's happening in the world. And look at how much the price of food is going up. They're engineering this, friends. It's being done to control us. What will happen when they give you your 15-minute sitters and your carbon footprint credit scoring system? And you go and buy your meat. Sorry, you've had your carbon for this week. No more. Nana. Can't have it. Friends, we need to rise above this. And we need to start doing something ourselves right now. And that is to grow your own food. I have an allotment. These are just chilies and peppers. I've invested in having fruit bushes, fruit trees, from pears to quince, apples, berries, all sorts. We can grow potatoes, tomatoes. I've got an abundance of tomatoes upstairs. Way more than I'm going to need. Do you know, an average allotment, if done properly, with no specialised skills, just simple me, just spending a bit of time and a bit of research, listen to a few YouTube videos, what know a bit more about it than me, you can save yourself an average of £2,000. That's just an average for the average plot holder, £2,000 a year. Right, so when these food prices go up, it doesn't just say you can't afford it. You'll be rationed. What you can buy, what you can't buy, what you can have, what's going to upset the apple cart. Can't have that. It don't meet the requirements of a sustainable city, sustainable neighbourhood. That's taboo. You can't do. They can't travel there. And I want to encourage you all. Don't matter if you got a back garden, a small one, big one, you got an allotment. Get yourself a packet of seeds. Go down Aldi. Now listen. I detest buying stuff from supermarkets because I know the corruption behind it. And you can too. You don't take much working out, bit much research. Farmers would tell you their farmland is being absolutely decimated. They are being forced into a corner. They are being told that they've got to grow rapeseed on a percentage of their farmland. Did you know rapeseed, after it's been grown, that ground is deemed useless for any kind of greens, cabbages, whatever, for a number of years afterwards? It kills it. So what are we relying on? Import. Do the maths. They're also being told that they got to have an area for the bees. So they've got to grow flowers, not cabbages, not lettuce, not cauliflowers, but flowers for the bees. Because they tell you there's a crisis that there's no bees. Well, I can tell you now, on good advice, that you may not see many bees about in your allotment. Actually, I have seen quite a few about this year. You go to one of these farms, it's like a big banquet for them. There's thousands of them because they're just going to one place because they've got a big area of flowers. They don't need to go in your back garden. It's a con to stop the farmers using their land where they want to, so they can be self-sufficient as a country. And also, inheritance tax. It's just unbelievable how you cannot pass down a business to your friends, to your family without paying tax. You got a land, you got your farm, you pass it down, it's an inheritance, it gets passed down from children to children to children. It's not about tax, it's about stopping the farmers from doing what they want with their land, to stop them from owning it and push them in a corner so they sell it because it's not financially viable for them to have it anymore. Friends, what's happening on farmland? Solar panels. Got to have solar panels, guys. What happens when the solar panels are there? Less food being grown. And by the way, you put them on your roof of your house, there's a time schedule of how long they'll last. Do a little research to find out what happens after that time limit. How much it costs to dispose of those solar panels, where they are being disposed at, and the effects on the environment just from the solar panels being destroyed. Electric cars. I don't need to go into that one. I'm sure you get the idea. So my encouragement to you guys, get busy. Get busy in your back garden, growing your tomatoes, in your allotment, because there's a verse in the Bible. And I'm a Christian, and I believe what the Bible says is the word of God. It's true. There's that many prophecies what have come out from the Bible what have come true. Every single prophecy has come true. None of them have failed. The only ones what they haven't failed haven't come to true because they haven't come to pass yet. And there's one where it says about buying a pound of wheat will cost you basically a day's wages. It might be a week's wages, I can't remember, being honest, but say it's a day's wages, pound of wheat, for a day's wages. Behind that, it's basically telling you is, you get a loaf of bread, it's going to cost you a fortune. It's happening, friends. We need to wake up. I need to warn people. You need to warn people. You need to look at the data, the statistics, follow the money, see who's getting rich, and see who's suffering. And do something about it. Don't just sit back and pretend it's going to be all right. Friends, before I end this video, let me tell you one thing. We are being fed a lie. I may say I'm angry when I say that. I'm not angry. I expect it. Because I know how corrupt this whole world system is. But I'm saying it in a sense where maybe one of you guys out there might actually listen to what I'm saying. We are being fed a complete and utter lie. I can buy this and it cost me £1.89. I'm going to be sowing those tomorrow. They are 10 seeds. Potentially 10 cucumber plants. Do you know 50% germinate and there's always more? That's 5 bush cucumber plants. One bush cucumber plant is prolific. Is that the right word? You'll get loads of cucumbers off one plant. You've got 5 there. £1.89. Thanks for watching this video. And before I go, I've run upstairs and put this top on. This is from my friend from the Bowl Out Farmer. Let me try and turn around so I've got my camera on. Right. Look up Food Finders Hub. Food Finders Hub is a hub where different farming industries and shops who sell organic food basically join together and basically put themselves out there for people like me and you, and the average person can go direct to those and buy the produce, skipping the supermarkets. Let me tell you one more fact before I go. When produce leaves the farmland, it's organic and nice and good. When it gets to the supermarket shelf, it's been corrupted. The issue isn't where it's grown, it's a supply chain from the farm to the shelf to keep that fresh, looking nice, and everything else you want to put inside your body, what you've been refusing, or many of us have refused. It's more waste than to skin a cat, so they say. Well, let's rise above this, guys. Let's help each other out. And let's get growing some food.